Welcome back, everyone. We're diving deep into Tesla's Q3 2024 earnings report today.
Yeah, should be interesting.
Lots to unpack, but we're going to make sure you walk away with the key takeaways, the stuff that really matters.
Definitely beyond just the numbers, I think.
Exactly. Like, we're seeing some pretty impressive profitability this time around.
Oh, yeah?
And some hints about where Tesla's headed that could shake things up.
Yeah, I'm really interested in that. I mean, Tesla's actually beaten Wall Street's earnings predictions this quarter.
Didn't they miss the last few?
Yeah, 4 quarters in a row, so it's kind of a big deal.
Oh, it's huge. People were starting to doubt them.
Exactly. And they came in at 72 cents per share.
Wow. What was expected?
Like 60 cents, so.
They really blew past it.
Yeah, I think that's going to shift things.
Yeah, investor confidence for sure.
Absolutely.
And on top of that, the revenue jumped up almost 8% since last year.
That's right. It hit $25.18 billion.
So are they back on top then? What do you think?
Well, that revenue figure, it actually fell a little bit short of projections.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's still a positive sign, I think, for Tesla's overall growth.
Okay, so still growing, but maybe not quite as explosively as some people hoped.
Exactly. But the real story here is that operating margin.
Oh, yeah, that was a big jump.
Huge. It went all the way up to 10.8%.
Okay, break that down for me. What does that actually mean?
Well, imagine, like, let's say you're running a lemonade stand, right?
Oh, okay. I like where this is going.
The operating margin is like the profit you make.
From each cup.
Yeah, after you've paid for the lemons, the sugar, everything.
Right, so how much you actually get to keep.
Yeah, exactly. And Tesla's was way up.
From 6.3% last quarter and 7.6% a year ago.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
So they're making more money off each car they sell.
Exactly, which is super important for their, long-term success.
Makes sense. So what's behind that then? Just selling more cars?
It's more than just the EVs, actually.
Oh, okay. I'm intrigued.
They've been pushing into energy storage.
Right, with the Powerwall and all that.
Yeah, and they hit a record 6.9 gigawatt hours this quarter.
Whoa!
That's enough to power a whole lot of homes.
Yeah, no kidding. So that's a big chunk of their business now.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Tesla's actually saying that energy services and some of their other stuff too.
Like what?
Well, they have some other ventures going.
Okay, right.
Those are becoming big profit centers for them.
Wow. So it's not just about the cars anymore.
Definitely not. They're building a whole sustainable energy ecosystem.
It's pretty smart getting in on the ground floor like that.
Yeah, very forward thinking.
Okay, so more profit, expanding into new areas. What about the cars themselves? How many did they deliver this quarter?
462,890 vehicles.
Which is?
A little bit below their record from last year.
Interesting. What about production?
Oh, they actually produced almost 470,000 vehicles.
Hold on. They produced more than they delivered. What's going on there?
That's the question, right? It could be a few things. Maybe they're building up inventory.
Yeah. Okay, so like stocking up for something.
Yeah, or maybe there's some supply chain hiccups.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, it's way too early to say demand is down or anything.
Okay, so we'll have to keep an eye on that.
Definitely.
Okay, so this is what I think is exciting. They're still planning to launch those more affordable EVs.
Yeah, they reiterated that.
Production's supposed to start in the first half of 2025.
That's right.
I mean, imagine how much that could change things.
Oh, yeah. Big.
Affordable EVs. That could really shake up the market.
Huge. And make electric vehicles accessible to so many more people.
That's the goal, right? Sustainable transportation for everyone.
Exactly. Tesla's aiming to make EVs mainstream, not just a luxury.
I mean, that's a big deal.
It really is.
It's kind of a bold move, though, right? Like, how do you do that without sacrificing quality?
I mean, that's the challenge, isn't it? Like, there's so much hype around Tesla's new models, the delivery numbers.
Right.
But this Q3 report, it tells a deeper story, I think.
Oh, really? Like, what do you mean?
Their long-term strategy.
Okay, fill me in.
Tesla wants to be way more than just an electric car company.
Okay, so what? Like a full-on energy company?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
They want to be a major player in the whole sustainable energy ecosystem.
Interesting. But how do they actually do that?
Well, think back to those energy storage deployments.
Right. The record-breaking ones?
Exactly. That's a big piece of the puzzle.
Okay. And they're actually making money off that.
Oh, yeah. Tesla's directly saying that energy services are becoming a crucial part of their profitability.
Wow. So it's not just some side project for them.
No, not at all. And then there's the AI side of things, too.
Right. I was wondering about that.
They've got this massive, 29,000 H100 cluster that they're training at Gigafactory, Texas.
Okay, I got to stop you there. H100s. What are we even talking about?
Oh, right. Sorry. H100s are They're super powerful AI chips made by NVIDIA.
Okay.
They're used for, like, training those large language models.
Like ChatGPT.
Yeah, exactly. All sorts of complex AI stuff.
So Tesla's using those to what? Make their cars smarter.
That's part of it. They're also using them to manage and optimize that whole energy ecosystem we were talking about.
So like a giant brain controlling everything.
Pretty much. And they're going to have 50,000 of these H100s by the end of October.
Wow. That's a serious investment in AI.
Oh, yeah. They're not messing around. It's clearly catching investors' attention, too.
Well, yeah, their stock jumped like 6% after the earnings report.
Exactly. The market's excited about this long-term strategy.
Okay, so they're making more money, expanding into new stuff, super into AI. Anything else jumping out at you from this report?
Oh, their finances are looking really solid.
Like how so?
They ended the quarter with $33.6 billion in cash.
Whoa, that's a lot of cash.
Right. It's a big increase, and it's driven by positive free cash flow.
Okay, so what does that mean for them?
It gives them a lot of flexibility. They can invest in research, expand their factories, just weather any storms that come their way.
That's smart, having that cushion.
Oh, yeah, especially in an industry as fast-paced as this one.
Okay, so back to those more affordable models.
Right. Production's supposed to start in the first half of 2025.
Do we know anything about them? What they're going to be like?
Not really. Tesla's keeping it pretty quiet for now.
Come on, give me something.
Okay, well, they have hinted at wanting to make EVs a real option for everyday people.
That's a big goal.
Yeah, and they've even talked about maybe, like, changing how cars are made and priced.
To make them cheaper.
Yeah, potentially.
Wow. That's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Oh, yeah, if they can pull it off, it could be a game changer.
All right, so let's switch gears a bit. What about the competition?
Yes, the EV market is getting crowded.
No kidding. Everyone's jumping on the bandwagon now.
Exactly. Tesla's not the only game in town anymore.
So who are they up against?
We've got the big guys like General Motors, Ford, Volkswagen. They're all investing heavily in EVs.
Right, those are some serious players.
Oh, yeah. And then you have the startups, Lucid Motors, Rivian, and don't forget about the Chinese companies.
Oh, right, like NIO and XPeng.
Yeah, they're coming on strong.
So how does Tesla stack up against all of that? So it's a real fight now. How can they stay ahead with everyone coming after them?
Well, it's not just one thing,
Right.
They have a lot going for them. But I think their biggest advantage is still their tech.
Yeah, they've always been ahead of the curve.
Exactly. Their battery tech, their software, autopilot. It's also advanced.
And the supercharger network, you can't forget that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's a huge deal for people who actually want to use their EVs, for road trips and stuff.
Yeah, it's not just about driving around town anymore.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
beyond all the tech stuff, there's also just like the Tesla image,
Oh, yeah, they're like the cool kids.
Totally. People want to be a part of that.
It's a lifestyle, right? Not just a car.
Exactly. And that kind of brand loyalty gives them a cushion, against the competition.
Makes sense. But they can't just coast on that, right?
Oh, definitely not. They've got to keep innovating, coming out with new models, addressing any weaknesses.
Okay, so let's talk weaknesses. What are some things they need to work on?
Well, they've had some issues with build quality in the past,
Yeah, I've heard that too.
And some of these other companies are really focusing on that, like, that high-end luxury feel.
Trying to steal some of Tesla's thunder.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
And then as they make more and more cars, especially those more affordable ones,
Right.
maintaining that quality, that's going to be tough.
It's a scaling problem.
It is. And then there's all the government regulations, incentives. That whole landscape is always changing.
It's tough to keep up with.
Oh, yeah. And as the EV market grows, we're going to see more price wars,
So they're going to have to keep their prices competitive.
Absolutely. It's a lot to juggle.
It is. But I mean, they've pulled it off so far.
They have. They've
Yeah.
defied expectations over and over again.
So what do you think? What's next for Tesla? Do they stay on top or what?
Well, if you look at everything, the Q3 report, the trends, it seems like they're really setting themselves up for the long haul.
Right.
It's not just about the cars anymore. It's the energy solutions, the charging network, the AI.
Right. It's that whole ecosystem.
Exactly. But it all comes down to execution.
Yeah, they have to deliver.
They do. And we'll have to see how they navigate the competition, all the changes happening.
Definitely a lot of moving parts.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this. Tesla's not just trying to sell cars.
Okay.
They want to change the world, move us towards sustainable energy. And that's pretty amazing. Whether they succeed or not, they're making a difference.
That's a good point. All right, well, that was a deep dive. We covered Tesla's performance, their plans, the whole EV landscape.
We did.
But it's all still unfolding, right? The EV revolution is just getting started.
Oh, yeah, we're just at the beginning.
And Tesla's right there in the thick of it.
Leading the charge.
So buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride, and we'll be here to break it all down for you every step of the way.
Absolutely.